Hello and welcome to Voltz. I'm Dan and I will be your player for this evening. Anyway, this is Voltz. It's a mod pack for Minecraft. It's made by the same people that bring you the Technic pack, so Technic, take it. It's based around the Universal Electronics API, so it's focused again on adding the ability to use modernised machinery like electronics and industrial machines. Unlike Tekkit, it steers away from things like industrial craft and red power and focuses more on this API, which contains almost a system of machines and electronics that all work with each other. So you don't have to worry about pipes that aren't going to join up and things like that. Mainly because you don't have pipes, as far as you know. But you've got your wires. There's some wire. See, as you'll notice, it's broken down into ohms and amps and everything. Now, the idea of this electrics API is to be a whole lot more accurate, if you like, to how real-life electronics would be. A lot more accurate, that is, than Minecraft's own redstone electronics and the other mods that are found in packs like Technic. So, without further ado, I've got started already. So this is the outside of my house. It's only basic. I wasn't looking for anything fancy. It's just a shelter for the night. So coming here, I've gathered some resources already. I didn't want to bore you all to death. Got a bit of coal in my furnace. Nothing actually going on in there. In fact, I'm going to cook up this beef. So add that to my little collection of steak I've got going on there, and another crafting table right there as well for when I want to make some stuff. Now, if you follow me through into the next room, it's designed to be a bit open plan. Come up the ladder, and there's my double bed, life of luxury. I found some sheep earlier on. And you go back down, or you jump off the side, depends what sort of mood you're in. Now, hopefully I'll put some machines in here to start with before I expand out into a different house. But that's the basics to get started with. Now, I've got some basic iron tools. Now, there's a couple of cave systems. You'll notice on my minimap, I've got a couple of markers going on. The green one in the middle, that's my house. So I can always find my way back, even though I should spawn here, should I die. But if I'm still alive and I want to find my way back, obviously that'll be very useful. And then there's a black one, which is just up to the northeast sort of direction. More north than anything, but northeast. That's a rather complex cave system which I found earlier, and in there there's quite a lot of resources. There's also quite a lot of mobs, which isn't good, but it's quite a lot of resources. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to try and think up a plan of what I want to make today. I haven't actually made any machinery in here yet. I have run by myself, but not on this world. I'm fairly new to Voltz. Well, I'm guessing most people are, as it's a fairly recent mod pack. So I'm not really that sure of all the recipes, so I'll be using NEI, which is included with the Voltz client and a lot of other clients when you have mod packs installed, to tell me the recipes. Now, it is set to recipe mode. I set that earlier on when I was introducing the video. Mainly because I forgot that it was in cheat mode. I didn't notice by the fact it got all the options on the left for changing the time and stuff like that. So I'm going to have a look through. I think we'll start off with something that can make power. So if we've got any... We'll have a look for a generator. What sort of generators have we got? Coal generator, that's something simple. Or so you would think anyway. So I'm going to need some copper wire, some steel plates, two furnaces, a motor, and some bronze ingots. Now, we'll get started straight away with them furnaces, and then we'll have another look at what we need to be able to expand that. So I'm going to take this beef out of here. Right there. Then I'm going to take this cobblestone and use that to make furnaces, if I do it right. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh dear. Okay, straight away I already need some more cobblestone, so just take a jump down here. Just have a quick dig. Oh, I shouldn't really be better using my hands for digging that dirt. still. Okay, that should be all I need. So, fall back in. Trying to fall down there later on. I am rather clumsy, so... and things make me jump rather regularly too, so if you see me jumping my skin and screaming, there's probably a mob somewhere. I should inform you that due to a technical issue, I can't hear in-game sound even though you guys can. It's just the way I've got things hooked up at the minute. Hopefully I'll change that in the future. Oh yeah, I've already made one, didn't give that a thought. Okay. So you guys will hear things coming when I don't, which makes things a little bit more fun. Because you hopefully all be screaming at your screen, "Watch out!" And I'll be like, "Huh? What?" So, where are we? Coal generator. So we've got our 2 furnaces. We'll have a look at this copper wire. So to make this, we're going to need some copper ingots and some leather. Now I haven't actually got any copper, so we're going to have to go and mine for some of that. While I'm out and about, what else am I going to need? So I'm going to need bronze. Okay, well it's quite obvious that we're going to get bronze from something like, yeah, so that's going to be something we're going to dig up along the way. Oh, what do we steel plates, so these are made from steel, which is made from steel, smelting steel dust. Steel dust isn't something that you dig up. If you actually follow that through, you'll end up in a loophole of things. You've got different types of steel dust as well. So that's how you make it in a metallurgic infuser, but a metallurgic infuser needs power, so how do you use a metallurgic infuser without a coal generator? So yet another loophole of Voltz. So there's always a way. There's no tricks in the game. There's not going to be not a way to do something, so to speak. Now I'm going to take my torches with me. Take a bit of steak. And off we go. Let's have a look on the map. So there's some... Oops. So there's some caves over to the west side of the map, which are directly ahead of me now. I'm facing this way, so we'll go over that way and see what's over there. So here we go, coming around this corner now. It looks like we're pretty close on the map. Is a nice little hole. Okay. So, didn't quite want to fall down there, but I suppose sometimes that's the only way. Put a torch so we know where the ladder is. Okay. Is there anything down here other than hot burny stuff? Nope. Okay. We could go down there in the future when we've got something a bit more protective. Like a bucket of water to douse the flames when my clothing sets fire. Wait, we're trying to be too risky, so obviously I'm not here to waste your time. We want to see the machines. We don't want to waste time mining. But yeah, it's built on Minecraft, like all mod packs for Minecraft are. So it's all the fundamentals are still the same. You've got all your mobs, all your usual vanilla items, as well as yourself. And yeah, the objective is still to win your way through. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, there's a blockage in the road. Not really one for the dark on Minecraft. Because when it's dark, there's mobs. Okay, I think this is iron. Yeah, this will be iron. So that'll come in useful, but it doesn't seem there's anything else of much use to us in here. So I'm just going to use a bit of that gravel that I dug up to... Oh, so anyway, to get myself out of the little hole. And now I'm going to pack up torches and be on my way. Be on my travels. getting dark outside. That's never a good sign. Again, because when it's dark, there's mobs. But nobody likes mobs. No, it's just a friendly cow, but I've got a skeleton in the distance. So I'm going to run home for the night, and I'm going to take a nap. And when we wake up in the day, we'll find ourselves another cave. In fact, I'll have a look in my chest. If I've got enough iron, we'll craft up some armour. I don't think I have got enough iron, though, that's the thing. Maybe when I've smelted what we just gathered, that'll be a slightly more significant amount. So we're back at the house, and there's only one block of iron, just my luck. So we'll put the iron ore in there and let that smelt for a bit. And I'm gonna go to bed. Night night. So as you can see, I got some stuff in earlier just to speed the process up because I don't want to bore you all to death. But again, if you're playing in survival mode without cheating, you're not gonna be doing that. Now, I did already play it once round, and unfortunately I died, so I'm filming this for the second time because I lost everything I got. So, yeah, it wasn't very funny. So I'll take what I've got out there for now, and we'll grab this block out of the chest, and we'll get crafting with that. So we'll start off with I think we'll do a helmet first. So there's a little helmet, protect my little head. There we go. Oh, just goes perfectly. Oh, it's almost covering my eye. Yeah, it's. I think kind of suits me. We're gonna need more iron ore. No. Okay. So we'll put that coal back in the chest for now. And I can't really do much with just 2 iron ore, so we'll put them away. And the cobblestone too. Now I'm gonna grab a bit of dirt because we can use that to get ourselves out of a hole if we need to. But that's good. That helmet will provide us some basic skull protection. It's daytime now anyway, so don't have the worries of the mobs. Now, on my little mini map in the right hand corner, you've probably spotted the 2 little grey areas on the floor. I know I have. So I'm just going to go for an explore and see if they're caves. Or entrances to caves, rather. So there's one coming up in front of me, and there's one to my a bit to my left. I head to the one immediately in front of me first, and we'll see what we can get, because I'm closest to that one. Oh, it appears to go straight down. Yep, don't really want to fall in there. It's important to work out a system for how you're going to get out. Cause it's all well and good just jumping in and breaking your legs, but when you're being chased by a mob, what are you going to do? Because you're going to break your legs on the way down. You can't just float back out. See, like this guy, he's not a nice guy. He's going to try and kill me. He did kill me. Not good. But we haven't got far to go, so we'll go back over there. And he's dead now. Oh yeah, word of advice, always remember to close your door. So I'll head back over there and hope that my stuff's all still lying around. Oh, missed that train. See, it wasn't that far. Most of my stuff seems to still be here, so we'll pick up what we can. And put my helmet back on. Didn't really do much for me, did it? I didn't really expect it to be honest. Okay. Technically, the creeper did a little bit of mining for us, so grabbing us a bit of cobblestone and gravel. So we can thank him for that. At his funeral. I can't see anything ahead of us. Oh, tell a lie. Appears we've got a skeleton. He's not very friendly either, but I would expect him to be. He wasn't employed to be friendly. Just light that up for a bit, stopping things spawning in there while I go back and grab this coal. And once I've grabbed this coal, we'll carry on through the cave and see what we can find. And while I'm doing this, my health will be happily regenerating because I've got my steak with me and I'm fully fed. Okay, so what we got with us? We've got some more iron. That's good. Oh, there's a bat hanging from the ceiling up there. I wonder what it was. I could see something moving, but I couldn't quite make it what it was. Yeah, that's it. Die, bat, die. What'd you get from a bat? Anything interesting? Oh. Okay, that was a waste of time. Now, I don't really know how deep you have to go to get things like the bronze and things like that. I presume for stuff like bronze it wouldn't be very deep. I'm sure we'll soon find out when we don't find anything or we suddenly come across. Oh. Ah. So we've come to another entrance in the cave system. This will be useful when we come to getting it out. Now this appears to be the other... No, it's not. I thought it was the other little thing on the map, but it's not. Just realised the angle I'm looking from. Now grab these mushrooms, they'll come in useful later if I come to make mushroom stew or anything like that to keep me fed, but hopefully we'll get to go fishing at some point. But again, the focus of the videos is the machine, so you probably won't see me doing that with camera so much. You can watch our Minecraft series over on our Minor Misfits channel, where me and a couple of other guys do a couple of series on various stuff. We've got a Ticket series coming up. Currently in the process of doing our Minecraft series. Oh, creepy guy. Stay away from me. I didn't do it, honest. Yes, thankfully he went up without hurting me this time. No, it appears I've put all my torches down. I didn't realise I'd done that. But the good news is we've got some iron here, so I'll be able to make some more armour when we go back. I can make some more torches while I'm there too. So we're looping back round on ourselves here. Okay, I've explored this a little bit. Oh, hello. Hello. It's a wolf. Cute little wolf. There we go. Okay. So, again, this is where we've already... where I plunked some torches. So, grab what I've left out along the way. We've got some flint there. I thought something just moved me then. Apparently not. And there's a bit of coal in the roof. I'm not doing too badly for coal, I don't think. But as we do some more smelting and stuff like that, I'll use it up pretty quick, so that's all I can reach without creating a platform to stand on. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Grab what I can. Collect that up off the floor. Oh no, my iron's dirty. And we'll go back now and go this iron from up here. So far we've collected 16 iron ore, that's 16 iron ingots, which will go towards making my armour and maybe some more tools too, because I don't know how much more life I'm going to get out of this pickaxe. I should get a fair bit, but you never can tell. depends what I end up digging through, I suppose. I don't really have anything to... Please be mine. I'm not going to give you all my steak. Oh, come on. Oh, suddenly you're losing. I see how it is, doggy. You want my steak. Well, tough, you're not having it. Look, I'm going to eat it all. Please be mine. Oh no, I punched it. Ah, it's gone evil. It's got rabies. It's frothing at the mouth. It's trying to eat me. No. Alright. Oh, missed mine. Okay, so far we've wasted 20 minutes and all we've managed to do is get killed by a creeper and gather some iron. Wow. Should have just called it a Minecraft tutorial. No, we're coming under the lake there, so according to the minimap anyway. So we don't really want to do too much digging right there because I haven't come out for a swim. Grab this coal. No, I don't normally do this by myself, the videos. As I say, I normally do it in a group. So it's a bit different. Can't hurt. Can it? I hope it can't. Alright. Now I have run out of torches and I've got no wood again. So I can't make any more. What I can do, go back and grab some that I've already put down that I don't need. For example, pods that I've put there too close together. Better off digging gravel with a shovel. A shovel, use your hands. Don't use your iron tools on it though. That's just a waste. Okay, I'll take this one torch. And hopefully that will see me through for a short while. Now it's coming up to night time, which means generally you'll get more stuff spawning because it's darker. You've got less environmental light, less natural light. If that's the proper term for it. Oh, this stuff's got an orange tinge to it. So. Ah, we've got copper ore. Now, that will be useful. So we'll hang on to that. Obviously, we're not going to just get rid of anything. So I don't really know why I said we'll hang on to that, because we're just going to hang on to everything that we can, for as long as we can anyway. Before we have too much stuff. Grab all that. Oh, I was lucky I got rid of that block. So, there we go. Even got a bit of extra cobblestone too. Accidentally. Don't know what this blue stuff is. Blue stuff. The blue stuff is platinum ore. Sounds fancy. Not really sure what you can make with platinum ore. I have no doubt there'll be a great need for it at some point. Probably a point where I don't have any. Generally seems to be how my games end up going. Sorry, I'm just trying to fill the holes in as I go along, so on the way out I don't end up breaking my legs or getting stuck or anything silly like that. No, I'm not going to kill you, Mr. Bat. You're worthless. Your life is worthless. You are worth nothing to me. Ah, no, there's some more stuff over there. Now that could either be copper, or it could be bronze. Now, I don't really fancy myself falling down there, but there's something white there too. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to marker this on the map with a waypoint. And then we'll come back here in a bit. So that's the purple marker on the map. And I'll just follow the cave system to get to the purple marker once I've actually got inside. Now this will be interesting travelling home at night because of the mobs. Now I don't really fancy my chances out there, so I'm actually going to follow the cave system round to a little entrance that's about 50 blocks away. That's a little bit closer to home, so to speak. Here it is. Now you can actually see my house on the minimap from this one, which gives an indication of just how close we are. Oh. Okay, so the area is entirely mob infested again, but what can we expect? It is the middle of the night, so I'm gonna sort some stuff out in the house. We'll get some iron in the furnace, some iron ore in the furnace, sorry. Get that on its way. We gathered quite a bit of coal on that trip as well, which is good. Gonna need another furnace. Now, I know I've got 2 in the chest before anyone says anything, but they will be for making my my coal generator, which will be used to generate some electricity. You might have guessed, through using coal. So I'm going to put the copper ore in that one, and this one's got the iron in. I'm going to split that off so we don't use too much coal. You know what, I think I'm going to make a third one. Put that there, and again we'll put 15 coal in there. So this one's got 14, that one's now got 14, and this one's got 15. So they've all had about roughly about the same amount of coal. We're not going to melt up the cobblestone just yet. We might do that later on at some point if we have a need for it, such as stone bricks, if we want to make a nice path or something like that. But again, just to reiterate and to remind myself, the focus of this is on the machines. So while that's underway, I'm going to go up and take a nap. Whoop. Trying to go back down the stairs on the way. Sleepy time. Okay, so I'm in a good mood. I'm going to jump off the side. Now, if only it fast forwarded what was going on in here. We've got 8 iron ingots ready in there, 4 platinum ingots ready in there, and 7 copper ingots ready in there. That's close. Okay, so I've already got my iron helmet, so I'm going to follow that up with some iron leggings to keep my legs nice and safe. Oh, looks like you've got white trousers on. Tracksuit bottoms. And they're up round my belly button for some reason. Okay. So I've got my helmet and my leggings. That takes me to 3.5 little armour bars just above my health down there. So a little bit more safe while I'm out and about. Now this is done, which is great. And what I'm probably going to do, I'll split that off just to speed the process up and put that in there. I'll take what that's already completed, as well as that. Now, there's no reason for me to do this the way I'm doing it with the... doing it over and over again. You could just wait for it to all be done, but this way we can get some stuff made while we wait. I can't actually remember how you make a chest plate. I'll make some boots for now. Look it up. This is what we're going to be making, the coal generator. So 2 furnaces, 2 steel plates, 1 copper wire, and 3 bronze ingots, along with a motor. Now, the steel plates are made from steel ingots, and the copper wire is made from insulated copper wire, which is 3 copper ingots, along with 3 leather. And again, the motor is made with steel, a combination of steel and iron, so it's steel around the edge, iron in the middle, and more copper wire. So steel, iron and copper is what we mainly need, but we've got some copper now, and I've got some leather that I collected from killing some cows earlier on in the game. So with these, oh, there's not going to be nothing in. Okay, with these I'll be able to make some insulated copper wire. Ah, make 6, okay, that's a good start. So I'll put that back in the chest, and put the other ingots back in the chest too, and just quickly remind myself how to make an iron chest plate. Ah, right, okay. So we're going to need 9 of them. So we've got 12 there, which is great. We'll do the sides. It's sort of like making a vest out of iron ingots, if you like. Put them back in there. So I'm going to put my boots back on and my chest plate. Oh, I'm all silver. Yeah, looking good. Right here. So put them in there. And I wanted some more torches, so we'll get them made up, and then we'll go back out into the wild world that is the outdoors. Oh. Okay. So it just got me a load of torches and used up loads of coal at the same time. But I've still got 44 in there, which is more than half a stack, and there's a little bit left in all of the furnaces, which is great. And I've got 11 copper, 4 iron, and 5 platinum. Now, I'm not actually sure what you can make with platinum. But I'll be sure to look that up, and... Oh, yes, you can actually make armor with it. Okay, that was interesting. But I don't know what that might be needed for. So, I'll hang on to what I've got now. Ah, platinum compressor. So there's a machine already that uses it. But I'll hang on to what I've got, and we can use it later on. I keep knocking that mug, sorry. Okay. Oh. Off we drop. Oh, before it gets dark already. I could have done really with making a second pickaxe, because the one I've got now is getting a bit worn. Now I'm going to take a guess that this other cave entrance actually takes you into my house. Oh, okay, maybe it's not actually a cave entrance. Yeah, no, it isn't. Alright, well, what I can do, I'll have a little dig, and we'll see if it pops us in the cave. Okay. Don't seem to be getting very far. I believe that we're still above this cave. Now, as we head further forward, you'll notice we're getting further under the map. Sorry, under the marker on the minimap. Yeah, we broke through. That's great. So we're back in the cave. So we're going to get the torches out and shed a bit of light on the situation. Both literally and metaphorically. Make it nice and bright in here. Keep the mobs at bay. Dig this coal. There we go. Big on with you, bat. Try and light up the areas that I can't actually reach right now. Oh, there's a nice fat juicy spider over there. I'm sure he'd be nice and tasty. Doesn't look very happy that I've put a light down. Sorry, a torch down though, does he? A light? What was I thinking? Okay, try not to fall off here as I dig this. This should give me some more platinum. And with that platinum, I'll hopefully just block that water source off. With that platinum, I'll hopefully be able to make some armor at some point, which will keep me a bit more safe. Because safety is key. Is it not? I think the era which Minecraft is set in is probably a little bit before health and safety went crazy. Before they got too much of their caffeine fix and outrolled absolutely everything. Okay. Spider. I want to be able to hit the spider from here, without the spider being able to hit me. Is that asking too much? You generally find spiders that are pretty good jump on them. Oh no, there's more than one. Ah, no. Why does everything get in my way? So, I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'm hovering over a rather large drop, and I'm hoping to get over there. But there's a zombie over there at the minute, so I'm probably going to wait a little while before I actually make the move. make the move over to the other section. Oh, no, he's hiding around the corner. Maybe he'll leave me to. There's only one way to find out, really, isn't there? Oh, okay. I was wrong. So he wants a taste of my bacon. But he's not going to get a taste. Not if I eat it first. It's a man-eat-man world. I don't actually know where he's gone. Oh, there he is. Hello! How you doing? You're not going to be doing very well soon. Yeah, that's right. Take a lie down. Okay, so I'm going to grab this pickaxe and grab what I can while I still can, because my pickaxe isn't looking too great. Doctor, I don't think it's going to make it. No, you must. It's too late for him now. So, snap up what I can, like normal. Not quite sure what that is. Let's see what that is. Ah, tin ore. That'll probably come in useful. Sounds useful, that's for sure. Over here. So there seems to be endless resources in this cave. Loads of stuff that we can be getting on with. Can make lots more copper wire to get some cows. Good cow tipping. Steal their leather. And once I've got their leather, they shall be turned into wires, cow wires. You know, it's funny really. All the wires that I've got plastic insulation on. I've never seen any that have been insulated with cow leather insulation. Well, I suppose we will have to start somewhere. That's obviously the way technological advancement went in this magical world of Voltz. It's like a parallel universe. I'm gonna go somewhere in the future. All the wires will be. Oh, hello. I'd say friend, but you don't look very friendly. You tried to hurt me. Silly. Yeah. Stupidly enough, I didn't make this platform very well. Let him hiss and let him boom. Because on hisses and booms, he got a big hole in the floor. Saves us lots of time with money. I don't mean to be offensive with the accents, I do. I don't really... I'm not really conscious of doing them. They just happen. No, here's some stuff I dropped all mine, because as you can see we're back underneath where we started out. Oh, and there's one of my best friends on the way. Here he is, come to join the party. I got some stuff for you, my matey. Why don't you take my iron sword? That's about you take it straight to the chest. Yeah. Anyway, we sure showed him. And this pickaxe has nearly had it, so get what I can while I can. That is my objective. What I can while I can. What I can while I can. Okay. Maybe more for the copper at the minute because we've got some coal. Got some coal back in the house, but I can always come back out and grab some. Was it 44? Oh, looks interesting. This is going to break very soon. Oh, it broke. Beat me to it. Okay. That seemed like a fairly worthwhile trip. So, I'm trying to make my way back out of here now. So I'm directly under the marker that I set on the map. I think that might be... Is that right? No? Nope. Nope. Just trying to look for the hole in the roof where I actually broke through. I'm going to use dirt. No, we will be coming back so we can leave torches and things like that over here. I'm not worried about it being lost as such. Follow this back up. Ah, no, I remember where we are. We're gonna be okay. Now, before last time I came down here, I was carrying ladders, which proved very useful. But I'll just nerd pole my way out. Oh, hello. Don't want to die now. I've come back out there. You can fall in there. How does that sound? Sound good? Sounds good to me. House. Ah, that's why I didn't come out of here last time. House is so far away. So, I'm gonna head home rather quickly. Give that guy a bit of a beating on the way. Ah, why won't you run? Damn it, Steve! And that creeper behind me. We're gonna just work our way up here. Now we're in the back of the house at the minute, but that's not a problem. I have no clue if I'm being followed. It doesn't look like it, but we'll get in here anyway. Okay, so let's grab some coal out of here. So we've got 44 coal. Oh, 45 coal. Just to pick some up while I was out. Put tin in there, iron in there, and I presume you can smelt that. Looks like it's smelting. Now, there's not much of this stuff to be done, so that one won't take long for sure. And then we'll get the iron in there, and the other one we'll put the platinum in and see what we can do with that. We've gathered some other useful little bits and bobs. I don't know how useful they will be, but if we can get another string, then we'll be able to make a fishing rod, so we've got a source of food. But for now, I'm going to take a light snack because I'm looking a bit hungry. So again, this is just an introduction, so we're getting started. Hopefully by the next episode I'll have played a little bit off camera, so to speak, and from there we'll be able to get right in with the machinery. So hopefully next time I've gathered the resources that we'll actually need to get building. Won't need that much coal in there, but I'll leave some spare. Get the copper. Oh, that was copper. Okay, I've already put the iron in there. Tin's done. So we've got plenty of furnaces here ready to be used. When we've got ores that need to be smelted, I might even smelt up some cobblestone so I can have a little path outside the house. Not quite sure what you can do with this. 4cm? Oh, no. 4cm? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Nothing actually contains the name of what we're actually using, so I'll put that in the chest for now, and in the next episode maybe I'll have found some stuff out. So I'm going to put most of my stuff away because I'm coming off here for a bit after this episode, and I'll carry on at some point, and you'll see me next time in the second episode of Dan Plays Voltz, and we'll get right down and dirty with the universal electronics and see what we can get making. Starting with our coal generator, we'll work our way forward from there. I'm going to put a few hours of gameplay in between to build up some decent resources. We'll get some more ingots so I can get straight in with building. I won't build any machines without you all there, so you can see how it's done. Even though you got the recipes from NEI, we'll troubleshoot any issues we have. And that way you'll be able to use this to your advantage. But this has been a bit of an introduction. I'm Dan. This is me. Hello. I normally do this with friends, as I've previously mentioned, so you'll find us over at our YouTube channel is the Minor Misfits, so give that a look. We're doing a Minecraft series at the moment, Take It series in the future, and it's a bit of fun. There's 3 of us at the minute. We're doing a Survival Island series, sorry, at the minute. Minecraft series is coming next. Bit of a spoiler there. So yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to keep an eye out for the next one. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments if there's a certain machine you want me to try and build, or you got a challenge for me, or even videos that you'd like to see me do by myself, away from the rest of the guys. Otherwise, head on over there, leave comments over there if there's something you want us to do as a group. We do maps, anything you like, so just give us something to play, and we'll be sure to give it a go. Thanks for watching.